In recent interviews, the creative minds behind Miraculous Ladybug have teased their plans to create the new generation superhero franchise. In addition to these interviews, names for upcoming superheroes who will have connections to the Miraculous Ladybug universe were given, including a hero named Time Master. Unfortunately, there isn't any further information about this mysterious new character at the moment, but their name insinuates that they'll have time-traveling abilities. If that's true, then I would love it if they interacted with Bunnyx, who has played a prominent role since the 3rd season, especially in the most recent Miraculous World London. In today's video, I want to discuss the types of relationships and stories Time Master could have with one of my favorite Miraculous wielders.
I'm sorry, Ladybug. I didn't deliver.
Not true, Bunnyx. You didn't fail. Every problem has a solution.
Number 1. Conflicting interest. There aren't many people in the Miraculous Ladybug franchise that have time-based abilities. Bunnyx is the only one who can traverse history at will, but she's taught from a young age to protect and respect the timeline, ensuring that no anomalies occur. She must be really good at her job too, as we learn in Miraculous World London that she keeps her Miraculous into her 70s. Bunnyx doesn't allow anyone to look into their futures or travel through time with her unless absolutely necessary, meaning she relies on past and future versions of herself to keep her company. The only time she bends the rules is to send secret letters to her father, but who can blame her? It would be difficult to be away from her family, especially when time works differently in the borough, and a week to everyone else could feel like a year to her. All of this to say, Bunnyx is a stickler for how the timeline is maintained. She's witnessed firsthand what can occur when something strays from the predestined path, threatening to destroy her universe as she knows it. Unfortunately, anyone else who has stolen the Rabbit Miraculous or gained time-traveling abilities through akumatization have negative intentions and throw history off course, creating a giant mess for Bunnyx to clean up. Unless they're as responsible as Alex, I can't imagine a teenager receiving the power to time travel and not be tempted to use it for personal gain. I'm not expecting Time Master to be evil by any means, but going to the future for small things, like the answers to an upcoming exam, would add up. It's possible that Time Master and Bunnyx could begin their journey as enemies with conflicting interests. Unfortunately, Time Master may need to experience the consequences of interfering with time before they learn how to cooperate with the more experienced hero.
You know about all your birthday presents?
I know about some of them.
Number 2. Preventing time anomalies. There's also the possibility that Time Master will be a well-rounded, respectable, and responsible new hero. Protecting the timeline is an incredibly daunting task, one that impacts everyone in the known universe. Anyone who has the ability to travel throughout time needs to have the level-headedness to make important decisions at one moment while knowing not to interfere with the next. If Time Master has the same sixth sense for protecting the timeline as Bunnyx and previous wielders of the Rabbit Miraculous, then the pair of them could become a team. Unless Time Master receives a spin-off or film of their own, it's unlikely that they'll be anything more than a supporting character for the same reason Alex is kept from the main storyline. Having time travel would fix every problem, which is why Bunnyx says in her debut episode that she only comes to help Ladybug and Cat Noir when the other heroes have failed. Therefore, Bunnyx can cameo in episodes or storylines featuring Time Master, allowing them both to share the screen time they wouldn't otherwise have. Their episodes could follow the duo as they move through the past, present, and future, learning truths they can never share with other heroes. Having so many secrets and knowledge shared between them would only grow their bond, allowing them to become friends, perhaps closer than Ladybug and Cat Noir, with the added benefit of knowing one another's secret identities. Together, they can prevent anomalies in the timeline, keeping history on the straight and narrow path.
The most powerful one.
The most dangerous one, too. As you know, changing the past can have serious consequences on the present.
Number 3. Longtime friends. Time travel has specific rules and regulations that wielders of the Rabbit Miraculous must follow. Although Alex relies on older versions of herself to teach her the ropes and ensure she does her job correctly, she also has a Kwagatama from Fluff, implying that she's already forged a strong bond with her Kwami. It took Marinette and Adrian some time to receive their Kwagatamas, even though to the audience they share more time and experiences with Tiki and Plag. However, time does move differently for Alex as she lives in her burrow, a pocket dimension between time. Although she only spends a few months away from home before Gabriel's defeat, she has likely witnessed the beginning of time with Fluff at her side. She can also spend months in any location in the timeline and return to the present as if she had never left. Needless to say, she and Fluff may have already existed as a team longer than Marinette and Adrian have with their Kwamis combined. The same rules may apply for Time Master, assuming they can move throughout time at will. If so, then Time Master and Bunnyx could meet at any point in the timeline, be they teenagers or adults. While Miraculous World London implies that Alex spends most of her free time with alternate versions of herself, there's no reason she can't have relationships with people throughout history. former wielders of the Rabbit Miraculous, and other time travelers.
With this new Hawkmoth, it might be too risky if you come back to the present.
Oh no, does this mean that I have to keep exploring time? Riding dinosaurs?
Number 4, an alternate timeline. A fun storyline for the writers of Miraculous Ladybug to follow would be the creation of another alternate timeline. However, instead of depending on Ladybug to help save the day, Bunnyx could find herself in the thick of the alternate timeline with a new ally at her side, making her and Time Master the only ones available to find the catalyst for the alternate timeline and figuring out how to prevent it. A story like this would allow Bunnyx and Time Master to shine equally, building off one another's strengths and weaknesses. As she's the main character, it makes sense that the other heroes are often overshadowed by Ladybug and her lucky charms. But I was disappointed by the minimal role Bunnyx played in the latest special, especially when the entire premise was a time travel adventure and she was heavily teased in the promotional material. I had known that Cat Noir wouldn't be present in the narrative going in, but I thought that would allow Bunnyx to take his place, fighting alongside Ladybug as they met their new adversary for the first time. While Bunnyx did help Ladybug, she acted more like a supporting character benched on the sidelines, and I had wanted to see more from her. I'm a big fan of the Miraculous Wielders permanently keeping their Miraculouses, but I am worried how the series will balance having so many heroes at once. I think dividing them into teams of 2 or 3 would be beneficial, as the French superhero team could share their responsibility for patrols, acclimatizations, and damage control. Unfortunately, Bunnyx likely couldn't join any of these teams, so her finding a partner in Time Master even during an alternative timeline adventure could help round out her narrative and character development.
You're not staying?
Let's say I gotta stand ready to jump back into time and try something else, in case you fail.
Number 5, the mentor and the student. A final iteration of their relationship that I like is the potential of a mentor and student relationship. Andy Yateman, the CEO of Miraculous Corp, claimed in an interview with Variety that many of the franchise's upcoming heroes would be relatable teenagers with similar stories to those found in Miraculous Ladybug. Assuming that Time Master is one of these fledgling heroes just starting out and discovering their powers, they could likely use someone with time travel experience to point them in the right direction. While the present-day Alex could fill this role, it's clear she's still learning and has more experienced counterparts who could offer sage advice and words of wisdom to Time Master. The older version of Alex, who debuted in the London special in particular, seems like she could become a mentor like Master Fu.
See? Now I'm just as cool as you are.
Count it!
I have one last favor to ask you, girl.
Although I only have minimal information about Time Master and who they'll become, I believe each of these relationship dynamics with Bunnyx are viable options in future projects. If Jeremy Zag, Thomas Astruc, and their colleagues want to create an expanded universe, the best way to do so is to allow the characters from different projects to have established relationships. By allowing Bunnyx to interact with Time Master, they'll have a strong connection to Miraculous Ladybug. Their potential connection will allow Bunnyx to remain relevant in the narrative, as she'll be in her burrow and absent from her original series. As far as I can see, Time Master and Bunnyx crossing paths will only have positive outcomes for Miraculous Ladybug's expanded universe.
Why would Ladybug leave me a gift from Marinette? And with a heart embroidered on it?
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. Subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications to stay updated on our uploads.
Your earrings are mine, Baby Bug. And you, Kitty Noir, cataclysm this so I can take your ring safely after I'm finished with her. Good boy.